Alright. Well, we're just three guys living the life. We're here at UP, and we just thought we're pretty funny, we're pretty cool.
Pretty good looking.
But it's a radio show, so.
No, I'm just kidding.
But we just figured we'd do a radio show, and I guess we're all just going to introduce ourselves. I'll start. Evening, everyone. My name's Tadeo Veloso. I hail from Brazil. However, my most recent home is the Bay Area of California. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I love spending time and going on bike rides with my mom. I like to think of her as my best friend. If you're listening to this, I just want to say I love you, Mom. I also really enjoy watching movies. My favorite movie is Mel Gibson's The Patriot. I like it a lot more than its sequel, The Passion of the Christ. If you're looking for anti-Semitic jokes, you won't find them here. I'm all about world peace. In preparation for the show, I've been watching 3 hours of Ryan Seacrest footage a day. They teach me important radio skills and, more importantly, help me break a sweat. I'm really happy to be on here.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Jackson Inzane Martin, age 21, from Tijuana, Mexico. Hailing from the slums of TJ, I, DJ Gatsby, was given a golden tennis racket from Arthur Ashe at the ripe old age of 3. Ever since then, I've been infatuated with the sport of the gods. After 3 consecutive wins at Wimbledon, the athletic department offered to name UP's famed tennis center after me, but I kindly declined. I love reading Wuthering Heights by candlelight as I wrap myself in a mink coat while Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road on vinyl plays. I've dabbled in other adult media, and I'm glad to have finally made the move to radio, with my best friend, and Noah. After many years of trying to break into the business, which is grassy.
Hey guys, I'm Noah. You've probably seen me skateboarding around campus, or chilling with a good book in the commons. I'm all about making new friends. If you see me around, don't be afraid to say hi. I'm honestly happiest when I'm talking to my crew about music, tunes, or faith. I'm from the small town of Ashland, Oregon. Population Shakespeare. I think my ideal first date would be taking my gal to a nice pizza joint, grabbing a warm slice, double pepperoni of course, and ending with a soothing hug. Don't you even think about a kiss on the first date. I'm not that type of guy. I'm really excited to be doing this radio show with my two best pals. I hope all those improv classes paid off.
Good stuff. If we're talking pilots right now, we need to mention the fight between Brigham Young University and the University of Portland Pilots.
Without mentioning names.
We won't mention any names, but a player on the basketball team with the initials TR got in a brawl mid-court with like 5 minutes left in the second half. BYU was killing us, but they're being gentle about it. And then, I don't know.
As Mormons always do.
I mean, yeah. There's a loose ball foul, or there's a loose ball, and then our player, who won't go named.
Yeah, Voldemort for the segment.
He who must not be named, goes in there and just tries to start a huge fight with a bunch of Mormons. And I don't know, I gotta imagine like the Mormons were really nice after, but...
Well, okay. I think that was like a very like, I don't know, like, I just thought that was kind of enlightening just because I feel like our basketball team's been kind of just frustrated and just seeing
a lot of sexual tension.
Yeah, among the players. Just kidding. But I just think that their frustration just like kind of came out in that moment, and so I think I don't know. It was kind of weird to witness because it was kind of like behind the music, you know, where it gets like really intense.
It was like really pumped up and like everything was like pent up from the whole season so far, and then it's funny because like the Coach Rev tries to come in, and then our player, who we will not say his name,
Ranner Tiley,
he like goes to Coach Rev, and like you can't totally read his lips, but I think
he says, "I love you."
No, he obviously is saying like "fuck off" to his own coach, which I don't know. If I said that to a professor or my coach, I'd probably be. I gotta imagine it'd be after a fight.
Yeah, but I think it was also just a moment of frustration, and even though violence is never condoned, I think that it was kind of an enlightening moment.
Did you guys see after the fact when he's walking out of Childs, he's like trying to pump up the crowd? First off, he thought like there were fans there watching, and second off, like he's like trying to pump up like that fight was like some incredible thing. And we won't name names. All right, we're gonna start a segment now called Master Debaters. This is a segment. Both Tadeo and Noah were on a speech and debate team in high school. Both state champs in their respective states of California and Oregon. So naturally, they want to debate. This week's topic: our childhood was influenced by two bands, Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. We're gonna let them go head to head right now, and prove which one's better. We're going on 3 categories. We got merchandise, style, and content. So the rules are as follows. Each contestant gets a minute each in each category, and then I, Jackson, rule over who wins. Okay, we're going to start with merchandise, and Noah is representing
The Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys, and Dideo is NSYNC. So Noah, merchandise, 1 minute on the clock, go.
Okay, well, I'd like to say that first off, these guys had their own kids' meal toys at Burger King.
Yeah.
And they had these awesome like outfits that they would wear and shit. I mean, like apparently Tadeo himself, who is arguing for the NSYNC, has all the
All
five
I'm not
Backstreet
gonna lie.
Boys. So
Interesting.
you know,
Well-
where do your allegiances really lie? And one more thing, they came out with a VHS concert series that many of us have enjoyed. That I don't believe NSYNC ever came up with.
Tadeo, rebuttal.
All right. Well, NSYNC had a variety of different merchandise, including light-up yo-yos and visors, which you could wear upside down, as the style was. And while they didn't have the VHS series, they did have a CD with Britney Spears that was released only at McDonald's with the Mighty Kids meal. So,
I gotta give this one to Tadeo, so
Yeah.
Noah, bye. All right,
Good
next
one.
next category, style. Tadeo, start us off.
All right. Well, as I already mentioned, Chris Kirkpatrick is a style icon. Pineapple hair, pretty great. We have Justin's all denim outfit at the VMAs, which was very iconic, and he matched his girlfriend at the time, Britney Spears. Just got paid when they performed at the Billboard Awards in 2000, and they all dressed in different colored pimp suits. They also did wear mesh shirts and velvet jeans, and no one can beat Justin Timberlake's dried ramen hair.
Sexy. Too
Sure.
sexy.
I would first like to rebuttal the coming to the VMAs in pimp suits. That's a little misleading to our nation's youth.
Really messed up a lot of kids.
That's true.
Yeah.
But now onto the style of the Backstreet Boys. I'd like to say that these guys would wear things from Nike sportswear to Armani suits. So you know that they're able to mix, get cool trends, athleticism with class. AJ had such rebellious tattoos, but he showed us that he was, at the same time, he could be rebellious and edgy, but also sweet and soothing. Backstreet Boys, to get where they were, they kind of had to struggle. They didn't have the nice cozy being, in the Mickey Mouse Club that Justin and JC had.
Oh.
They did that was a harder
Pulling
start
out
for
the big
them.
guns.
Damn.
Yeah.
My
So
sleeves now.
all right. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. I think we all know that 98 Degrees had the best style of the boy band era, but today you focused too much on the hair. I didn't like that ramen hair comment. Noah, you get this point.
Damn.
Thank you.
Final category, content. Noah, start us off strong.
Okay, content. I want to talk about some of their... They have some songs that came out that were so incredibly iconic to that era, that time. I mean, we can all agree that the staple boy band songs include I Want It That Way, Larger Than Life. They had some really awesome funky dance songs, and then they had these really heavy-hitting, slow jams. They Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely. Yeah, I mean, these are things that, although we were too young to really deal with heartbreak, I think people our age now, they really can still really speak to, our...
You're never too young.
It's true.
Tadeo, let's see what you got.
I would also like to acknowledge that I Want It That Way was probably one of the greatest songs of the early 2000s,
No.
but Backstreet Boys only released ballads very often, and NSYNC had more catchy pop songs that were easy to sing along with. They had Tearing Up My Heart, Bye Bye Bye, Pop, Dirty Pop.
Ooh.
Who could forget?
Cry For You from Mickey Mouse Club is one of the best songs of all time, featuring JC, Justin, and Ryan Gosling. So, holler.
All right, you guys put up good points.
I just want to say one last thing, though. Backstreet Boys are still coming out with music when they recently came out with some tracks with the New Kids on the Block. I'm just saying.
And Tadeo, let's not forget,
Justin.
the Mickey Mouse Club also had Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera in it.
Yeah, look at them now.
Failure to mention those names results in a loss for you. Noah gets the win!
Ah, the Backstreet Boys.
Oh,
Alright, we're going to do a weekly feature we like to call the
Shitter of the week.
Shitter of the Week.
Of the week.
Of the
We
week.
dedicated this space in our show to the toilets on campus.
Yeah. Often forgotten.
Yeah, often overlooked and forgotten. And you know, after class, in between classes, after you have a nice burrito at the Commons,
During class.
true, you have to go in and you have to use one of these on-campus restrooms. So to pay our respects, we pick one every week and we talk about it.
That's right. And, this week's shitter of the week is the first floor of Commons. Now of the Commons.
But not the entrance one.
Yeah, not the entrance one. Not by those hot ass heaters. No, we're talking by the
in the foyer.
In the foyer between the old and the new Commons. Those newer bathrooms. Now the reason we chose the first floor of the Commons is for a multitude of reasons. Number one is the lighting.
Yep.
It's great.
The lighting in there is
very soothing.
You look like the most attractive person
That's true.
in the world.
Well, and then you look at these mirrors, and they're like bent in some weird way or something that makes you look so good. I can't look.
I just go in there and stare for like 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, no, I mean you don't even have to go in there and shit. I just want to look at the mirrors.
They're great. It really build your self-confidence. Then you come out.
But the lighting also helps with the shit.
Well, yeah, it's a combo effect.
Oh yeah. You know, we don't want to praise it too much. I gotta say, those sensors are almost too sensitive. You scratch your knee and it just goes off and you got water all up in there.
Yeah.
And then you go out of the Commons, you go out of that bathroom, and we can't speak for the female bathroom.
That's true.
So I mean that could be like really shitty, no pun intended. But when you come out of the male bathroom, it's like you have an audience there, just
applauding you.
Bask.
Good job. For our last segment, we're just going to talk about something that I thought was pretty interesting. It's called the Bechdel test, and it's used to it's defined as being used to identify gender bias in fiction. And so basically the way the test works is that in a movie or a TV show, two named female characters have to talk to each other for more than 5 minutes about anything other than a man. And we have a list of 10 movies that did not pass the Bechdel test. And then the final movie, so it doesn't get too awkward in here, The Social Network.
Yeah, but that's the deal with computer science majors. I've never in my life seen one computer science major talk to her.
Can you even expect?
Never seen a female computer science major. I've never seen a male computer science major talk to a female.
Oh, you're.
Oh, okay. I
don't know
who our listeners are, but.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is that one scene when they go into the bathroom stalls with the girls.
Yeah, but.
It's kind of left up to the audience. I mean,
yeah, they leave it for you.
They could just be wiping something off their pants.
They could be playing Connect 4 in there. Yeah, the travel
They could have spilled a little.
They could be getting someone's phone number off the stall.
Yeah,
or
time.
writing graffiti I hate this.
The music,
I hate the Facebook.
Yeah. So Joel, shut your fucking mouth.